welcome to Capitol Report with State Representative David Bly. I'm Mike Howard. Representative, thanks for coming into the studio after we've just finished up the Easter Passover break, so we're basically at the midpoint of this 2010 session.
Okay, good.
And there's definitely, maybe you consider a whole session's worth of items that we've wrapped up here already in the first week or the first half of the session. And so let's just kind of tick off what some of those are and start with jobs as a top agenda item.
Well, I think we've been aggressive about trying to deal with the problem in two ways. One is to try to stimulate the economy in any way that we can with some jobs proposals, and primarily that's been a bonding bill and then a recently passed kind of tax incentives bill. And the bonding bill, it was reduced some by the governor, but I still think it will have some impact and be able to put some construction workers to work. This is a time when interest rates and the cost of construction is lower, so it makes sense, it's efficient to do it, especially if these are projects that we need to do anyway.
Right.
And we can at the same time put construction workers to work, which is great. The other is, and I don't sit on the tax committee, so I don't know all the ins and outs of it, but there is an angel investment credit which is alleged to create more jobs through investing, and hopefully that will happen. One thing that did concern me a little bit is that we paid for that with the taking away of the gas tax credit for low-income folks. I would have preferred to do that in a different way, but that's the only way we could get the governor to agree to sign the bill. And the interesting thing in that same tax reform bill is a provision that a number of my Northfield constituents have been very interested in, and that's something called PACE, which is an energy efficiency incentive, which allows homeowners to have a bonding arrangement with the city to pay for energy efficiency improvements in the home, whether it's a new furnace or whether it's windows or whether it's a solar panel on their roof or whatever it might be. So it's an interesting way to help people bring down their energy costs in their home.
So it's a credit that they can take advantage of to do some investments that can actually return some.
It's similar to what happens when the city is wanting to do improvements to water treatment or sewer pipes that might go there. They will you'll pay that off on your city taxes or your property tax over a period of time. So you don't get hit with it right away, but it's an improvement to your home. So, and this is the same way that the city can allow you to pay down whatever it is, an investment you're making on your property tax. So it's over time.
So it sounds like these two packages with the bonding bill and then sort of the Jobs 2 bill, you're kind of looking at public projects and getting both public and private employment, especially in the construction sector, going. And then the second phase, or the Jobs 2 bill, really looking at it helping businesses grow.
That's
so
right.
Kind of approaching it from a number of angles.
That's right, exactly. Yeah.
And I know also there's a bipartisan small business agenda going forward that's kind of been fueled by input people have received from small businesses. So
Sure.
if you would talk a little bit about that.
Well, I think that those are areas where there's a group of people, legislators. I didn't happen to be on that group, so that got together and sent out a survey to small businesses and inviting them to give us ways in which we could help them reduce their costs and also improve their ability to hire more workers. So I think that there have been several suggestions that have been added to that, and it's gone forward, and we're hoping to see that will improve their situation.
And we just do have about a minute left here. We're talking a lot about jobs and those small business issues. As they're moving forward, I know you encourage folks to contact you if they have questions or input.
Yeah, please do. And back to the tax thing, I also understand that there's some tax increment financing things in there as well that maybe would benefit cities or counties if they wanted to invest in some things. So that's something that they should check into and make sure they understand what's possible there.
And your contact information is available at the end of the show, so they can get in touch.
Great, good.
Thanks for joining us to talk about jobs here. This has been Capitol Report with State Representative David Bly.